Alright, so a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I ordered a bunch of stuff from e.l.f. for myself and for some of my viewers for a giveaway. And I tested out these products and I came to a few conclusions about the products that I ordered. And I decided to share my thoughts about these products with you. First item that I'm going to review for you today is the e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. I picked this up in 2 shades, in sheer and in champagne. So this costs about $1 on the website. It comes in a few shades. There's like a sheer one, there's a shimmery one, and I believe that there's like a gold shimmer one. And I never tried one of these tinted or shimmery shades before, so I picked up one of these. This product is, as the name suggests, primarily a primer. So like if you're expecting something that's like a base or a cream shadow, you're not going to get a whole lot of pigmentation. This will just sort of lay the groundwork and mattify your eyes and cling to whatever eyeshadow that you want to put on your eyelids. So for example, if you want to see a swatch of this product or what it looks like on the doe foot applicator, you get this nice mauve champagne color, a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of glitter. I'm going to put a little bit of this.
I'm saying little a lot.
I've swatched a heavy amount with the applicator here. You see a little bit of a sheer wash here. You can sheer it out, you spread it out with your fingers, and as you can see,
Or maybe you can't see.
there are some like silver or white glitters. If you don't want like the chunkier glitters, you know, maybe this isn't a product for you, but you do get a nice mauve/champagne base on your eyelid. I wouldn't say that you could wear this on its own because this is a primer. This will complement like mauves, champagnes, grays, and taupes very well. Overall, as far as lasting power, this is fantastic. I've never tried the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but I've heard that this is a great drugstore dupe, and because it performs so well, I've never had any need to try or purchase the Urban Decay Primer Potion. So overall, I give this item a thumbs up. Right now I'm going to ramble on a little bit about the 2 studio line blushes that I picked up from e.l.f.'s website. So I picked up the 2 shades, one in Fuschia Fusion and the other in the shade Mellow Mauve. And so first I'm going to talk about pros and cons of each of these shades. I feel like I have to talk about each of these shades separately because I picked out one shade that was very bright and very glittery and another shade that was more on the muted and natural side, and like they're kind of like they're different things. I don't think that these 2 blushes really represent the whole studio line because I haven't tried the whole studio line of blushes. I can only speak for these 2 shades. As for this shade here, the Fuschia Fusion, be warned, this is super powdery. Like it's kind of messy. I remember sweeping my powder brush over the product and tapping it, and like powder just like flew everywhere all over the mirror. It's kind of messy. And the reason why it's so messy is because there are huge chunky glitters here. And so this is a very, very pigmented, very powdery, very glittery blush here. So it's not something I would normally go for, and I'm glad I only paid $3 for this blush as opposed to if I bought the supposed dupe that this is of. This is supposedly a dupe for NARS Angelica, and so that one's, you know, not as powdery because I've swatched NARS Angelica before, but it's a very loud color on my skin tone. Not something I would normally wear, but it's something that I could probably use with a very light hand, or something that I could use in the evening, or something for like Halloween costume makeup or stage makeup. This is very, very bright. Never tried a cool toned pink, especially a fuchsia like this. And I do like it. I just wish it wasn't as powdery. That's my biggest gripe, because if this product wasn't as powdery, I could pick up just the right amount of pigment for my skin tone. I could see this working well on much darker skin tones, but like, just be warned, you're gonna need a very light hand. Otherwise, if you don't like a really powdery texture, if you don't like chunky glitter, like, you might want to reconsider and get a different shade. The Mellow Mauve, on the other hand, I feel like with my brush, I kind of have to like scrape or dig into it in order to get like a good or decent amount of pigment. Now granted, this is a very natural looking buildable blush. If you want something that is barely there that you can build on, you know, this is the blush for you out of the Studio line, and I have it on my cheeks right now. It is like I said, it's barely there. It's very natural on my skin tone. Either that or maybe I picked up a dud, but you get this nice cool toned mauve, very natural looking. If you are an everyday, barely there, like I said, blush kind of gal, this one works well, but the texture is like polar opposite from the Fuschia Fusion. It is like, it's a lot harder to pick up pigment with my blush brush. So just be aware that, that this shade, the texture is a little different. So here are the two blush shades swatched onto the back of my hand. The very Fuschia Fusion is right over here. It's super bright and powdery, as you can see. And then the one right next to it is the Mellow Mauve. I really had to dig my fingers in there. I had to like almost scratch it off in order to get a good swatch here. All in all, with the e.l.f. blushes, I do like that you can get a wide range of shades to try out at a bargain price. $3 for a blush, like that's such a great deal. But just know that along with the wide range of shades, you can get a wide range of textures. You can get some that are really hard to pick up with your brush, like the Mellow Mauve that I had used, or you can get some that are like super powdery and pigmented. Now granted, I might have picked up some duds. I did hear from some reviews that the Mellow Mauve, it was super pigmented, but mine, you know, it's a little harder to pick up. So there's going to be some inconsistencies with the texture, at least from the two blushes that I've used and from some reviews that I've read. So keep that in mind if you plan on ordering from e.l.f. in the future. The last item that I purchased from e.l.f. is actually my favorite item, and I'm wearing it right now, and this is the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in the shade medium. This retails for, I want to say it retails for $3. Now there are some pros and cons to this product, however. It's a great way to maintain those stray eyebrow hairs and keep them in place. It's not super duper dark. And a good thing about this eyebrow product is that it doesn't break out my eyebrows.
As weird as that sounds,
I have tried eyebrow products that break out my eyebrows, and I had, you know, some like really painful, I don't know if they were boils or if they were like cystic acne, but I want to say that they were acne. Yeah, and so like those eyebrow products that broke me out, in case you're wondering, it was the Revlon, I think it was the Revlon Brow Fantasy that had like broken out my eyebrows.
I was like, how on earth does that happen? Anyways.
Even though it lasts a long time, like it's easy to remove with your eye makeup remover. You don't have to like scrape your eyebrows or anything. So the product itself is wonderful. It's really handy that it comes with this mini mirror and brush that's double-sided. The thing that I wish e.l.f. would do is construct the brush a little better. Like this smaller side over here, it's a little bit flimsy for my tastes. I would like something that's a little more dense and more has a steeper angle to it. I do have to, I mean, it's great that you can have like small strokes and fill in really tiny areas, but a lot of time I want to be able to just put the wax on in a few strokes, so that way I can get the shape that I want and I don't have to like sit in front of the mirror and do these itsy bitsy strokes for a long time. The other side of the brush, the fluffy one that's used to distribute the powder onto the eyebrows, I gotta say it's almost too fluffy. Sometimes when I get to the ends of my eyebrows and I want to put some powder on there, it applies it a little too thickly. I mean, that's easy to remedy. I could just get a whole nother eyeshadow brush, like a smaller one, and fill the ends in a little bit more. You know, just use this for the front part of my eyebrow and a separate brush for the ends of my eyebrows. But
who wants to do that?
Like, eyebrows are an important part of my makeup routine, but I don't want it to take up too much time. So, I don't know, maybe like construct a better brush, or have another brush, you know, separate brush in the studio line that's a little bigger and better constructed that I could purchase separately to have go with this. I mean, it's nice that this little brush comes in a complete kit so that when I'm traveling, I just have it all in one place. But if they could just improve on that brush just a teeny bit, I think this would be like a home run hit for me. But all in all, I love this eyebrow kit. It's great. Only thing I would change would be the construction of the mini brush here. Especially since once you lose this brush, you kind of have to scrounge around for your own applicator. So that is all for my e.l.f. product review from my most recent haul. Let me know what you think about these products, and you know, if you own these products, what are your thoughts on them? If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel and enter my giveaway, and just have an awesome day. That's all I've got to say. Thanks for watching. Bye.